Hi, I'm Kenny Becerra. I'm a licensed Louisiana attorney, and I own Mayply Group LLC. We are a firearms dealer, and we sell, amongst other items, those registered under the National Firearms Act of 1934. This is just going to be a short primer about NFA items. First off, what are they? Well, NFA items are machine guns, short barrel rifles that have barrels under 16 inches, short barrel shotguns that have barrels under 18 inches, AOWs, which are shotguns that have short barrels and only pistol grip stocks on them. There's actually a broad class of weapons that fits under there, including pen guns, cane guns, stuff like that too. So it's kind of a lot of stuff under AOWs. And silencers. Silencers are the most popular category. There's over 600,000 privately owned silencers in the U.S. today. That number's skyrocketing. You can hunt all wild game in Louisiana with silencers on your rifle or shotgun now, and in most other states actually. The means of obtaining these NFA items has a lot of mystery surrounding it. The first false rumor that I'd like to dispel is that you give up rights by owning an NFA item, that these jackbooted thugs, federal agents can come kick in your door or walk into your house at any moment and want to see what you got. It's just not true. You give up absolutely no rights by owning an NFA item. You're simply paying a $200 tax stamp for the item. That $200 tax stamp is good for as long as you own the item. If you sell it, the next person's going to have to pay that tax stamp. But other than that, you're just paying the $200 tax stamp to register the item to you or your entity, which is going to own the item. I say entity because that's actually the most common way, and it's really the only way that we do it. It is possible for you to own an item individually, but that is actually more complicated. You have to go get a CLEO sign-off, which is a Chief Law Enforcement Officer sign-off. Those are often arbitrarily withheld. And you also have to get fingerprints, photographs, stuff like that, which that's not at this moment required for juridical entities such as trusts and LLCs. But we recommend trusts. That's in my opinion, the best way to own an NFA item. Not only do you get past some of the complications of owning it individually, there's also a lot of benefits to owning an item in a trust. The main benefit is that you can list several trustees, each of which who have can act as though they own the item. They have sole, independent, and absolute discretion over the item and how it's used. They can take it outside of your presence, and that's important. It's important for a lot of reasons. So I mean, sometimes we'll have guys come in and say, "Hey, I'm going to be the only one that ever has this. I'm not really worried about being able to put other people on the trust." But what I always point out to them is that, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or anybody above the age of majority that resides in your house, and you say you keep your firearms in a safe, but you also keep, important documents, cash, jewelry in that safe. If any of those other persons have the combination to the safe, but you own the item individually, if they open up that safe and the item's sitting in there, technically speaking, they have access and possession to it, and the ATF would call that a felony. So if we have a trust, we go ahead and we put all these people that may have access to the item on there, and it just keeps everybody within the law. It really works out well. Other benefits of the trust are that you can plan for beneficiaries and who's going to get it upon your death. That's all important stuff to make things easy, particularly if you have a family that's maybe not necessarily into the NFA items the same way you are. The cost of owning NFA items. Well, like any other firearm, you're going to pay for the cost of the item and the sales tax on it. Additional costs are the $200 tax stamp that I talked about before. Now, AOWs only have a $5 tax stamp, but again, that's a kind of a weird class of items, and gosh, we probably do less than 1% of what we do is AOWs, way less than 1%. But that is a $5 tax stamp. The only other additional costs, other than the $200 tax stamp that you would pay for most NFA items, is the setting up of the trust, which is a one-time fee. Uh, I would recommend, whether you have me do it or somebody else do it, that you have a licensed Louisiana attorney draft your trust. These online trusts are not very good. Um, every attorney has a little bit of different style. They all charge different amounts. I can give you a few names. You can call a few different folks. I can give you a quote. But as long as you have one drafted by a licensed Louisiana attorney, you're going to be okay. And that's really the main thing. We can handle the entire process here from A to Z. We can draft your trust. We file all your necessary paperwork. We can, and we, we handle everything with the ATF. The only thing you do is come pick out your item. You pay for it. Then, of course, you wait. Right now, I'm telling people that if the item is, if I have it in stock, you're looking at about 3 to 4 months. That's currently right now. This can change from time to time with the ATF because we are at their mercy. If we don't have it in stock and we have to get it in, you probably add another couple of months onto it if the distributor has it in stock. And if it's a truly special item, then sometimes, quite a bit more than that. But, the investment of the time and the investment of the money is really all you have to do. Other than that, you just come in, you get a phone call, and you come in, you pick up your item when it's ready. We also kind of give you advice on how to store the item, how to travel with it. It's really important to make sure that you are cognizant of the laws, but at the same time, it's really nothing to be scared of. There's an awful lot of these items out there now. And I guarantee every person watching this video has at least one person that they know that owns an NFA item, even if they don't realize that they have a friend that owns one, because a lot of people really don't talk about it that much. But they really are a lot of fun. And when it comes to silencers, and especially with hunting, where most people aren't wearing hearing protection, it's a public safety issue. So I'll encourage you to give me a call at 504-717-3377, or you can email us at kenny@mayplotgroup.com. That's KENNY at MEPLATGROUP.com. And we're going to be doing some more videos in the future on commonly asked questions on silencers, short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns, commonly asked gun questions in general, and just trying to educate people and see if it's going to kind of help people to get into a new aspect of this hobby that's really a lot of fun and very exciting. Thanks for your time for watching this video, and again, it's Kenny at mayplotgroup.com, 504-717-3377.